I got a whole situation brewing because I got a homebrew game in my Turbografx-16 duo system. Yeah, it's another one called Revival Chase. This one is pretty interesting because it was made by a French magazine company called Revival. Originally, when you start up this game, it's all in French, but you can switch it back to English. But it's cool that you have the option to play in English and La Francais. So that's pretty cool. So my French viewers are not, excluded or anything. Okay, let's go back to English. Alright, so the cool thing about Revival Chase is you have a standard one-player mode. It plays like the traditional lock and chase. Yeah, if you don't know that game, it's kind of like a Pac-Man variant. You collect dots on the screen. Avoid the cops. Yeah, you're a bad guy in this game, or a crook. So if you don't know these lock and chase games, you can't actually defeat the cops, but you can create doors, which can help buy you some time. Yeah, you gotta get rid of the fuzz here. Yeah, so this is an early version of Grand Theft Auto. If you played the Atari or Intellivision classics, or even the arcade game way back in the 80s, not too much has changed. Whoa. Yeah, that's kind of what you're doing in this game. You're not stealing money, you're stealing magazines. Because this was actually made by a French magazine developer. Once you found all the different magazines, you can exit the level. Yeah, and that's a magazine I actually got with the game. Pretty cool, eh? When I bought this game, it actually came with a free Revival issue 45 magazine. Yeah, unlike other advertisements out there, it's pretty cool. If you love retro video games, it's hard not to love Revival, because they talk about different homebrews, different games throughout history. The magazine is just awesome to read through. At least it is for me. If you like games like Call of Duty and the new Halo 4, you're probably not going to dig it too much, but for a geek like me, it's a no-brainer. That was kind of my main problem with the game Pyramid Plunger, is that the screens were too big, the stages take too long. Yeah, Revival Chase here, just like the original, it feels just right. You get all the action on screen at once. You can see all the different enemies. You don't have to view some tiny map. Yeah, if you got a 5-player adapter, this game has the option for multiplayer. With one player being the crook here, and the other players being the cops. Alright, now it's getting a lot faster and a lot more intense. And if you want to get fast right off the bat, no problem, the game lets you do that when you select your difficulty. Yeah. The graphics are okay. The music, it's decent, although it repeats a lot. The gameplay is just as classic as ever. And look at this! This totally reminds me of the Atari 2600 game I played last week. Except we have cool background music and we're collecting Game Boys. It's cool little touches like that which makes this game awesome. Revival Chase isn't gonna light the homebrew scene on fire, because if you compare it to like Air Duel games like Beyond Shadowgate or Lords of Thunder, the graphics and music and even some of the gameplay just don't measure up. Alright, I'm getting a nice high score up there too, but the problem is, unlike Pyramid Plunder, you can't save your high scores. Which is kind of disappointing. In a classic game like this, you want to come back to it and see if you can beat your last high score, but no such luck. Yeah, Smurf Challenge. I remember Daniel from New Calico, he actually developed that game. Or at least he made the sound for it. That's how nerdy I am about the homebrew scene. I'm one of the few people that talks about it, but still. There should be more interest. There should be more videos on YouTube and Blip and anywhere else where people just go crazy for these games. I like Revival Chase and all, but I have noticed during a few playthroughs that the game did glitch out on me. Not only did I like finish the level automatically, sometimes the game even randomly resets. It's so aggravating getting like 20 levels into the game, you got a nice streak going, you're all excited to, break 10,000 or something, and boom, the game resets. Very aggravating. I even heard rumors that there's a way to play 2 different shooters on this one CD, but at the time of this review, there are no codes, so I don't know how to unlock them. I figured, the more you play this game, the more you get into it, they would be unlockable, but no such luck. Especially when I got 25 levels into the game, and yeah, the game resetted on me. Thanks. It's a shame too, because that little issue there really brings the score down a lot when I really like this game in general. But this is still a nice effort from Revival Games here. I want to see more games, done by them. Hopefully this is a big success and they realize, oh crap, why not make more games? Yeah, so you get a cool magazine and a great little port of arcade classic for your Turbo Duo. Revival Chase for the Turbografx-16 Super CD-ROM, yeah, it earns a 71 out of 100. Just a great little arcade game that's still fun to play, and you get a nice list of bonuses that really round out the package very well. Alright, and that's it for me. Oh, do I smell bacon? Look, I gotta get a Game Boy. Yeah! Name any other Turbo Duo game where you get a Game Boy. Alright, I thank you all for watching. This is Arizona World Champion, over and out.